Hello and welcome to CNN News 18 special broadcast. This is Komalika Sengupta. Now, a small state in Northeast and Kala Hobe there, and a small state of Northeast is going for civic polls. Tripura is going for civic polls in a few hours from now, but that has attracted national eye. Prime Minister has also been apprised just now. Mamata Banerjee had a meeting. Prime Minister is also apprised now about the violence of Tripura. What is happening in Tripura? Because this is the first test of Trinamool Congress outside Bengal, and we'll discuss on this. And we are joined today in our show, none other than the president of Youth Trinamool Congress, Miss Saayoni Ghosh, who is a very well-known actress and is probably 1 year, a little less than 1 year in politics, but is facing the blues from the first day and fighting it out. Welcome, Shani, to our show.
Thank you
Shani,
so much.
first question is Kala Hobe. That's what the Trinamool Congress term is. That's what the Trinamool Congress slogan is. So, how do you see Kala Hobe now in Tripura a few hours from now?
I would say that Khala Hobe, if you just look at it, then it's a very general term. Like Khala Hobe, it means in Bengali, it means matlab Khala Hobe, khel hoga. It's like that. Okay, we'll be playing it out. So playing it by the ear or whatever. But for us, like it became the political anthem during the Bengal Assembly polls. So and after that, it kind of went so viral that everybody used to say Khalab, and even now in Bengal, like we greet each other like with a Khalab, we end a conversation with a Khalab. So anything that you can mean anything through Khalab, and not necessarily it needs to be something which is works as an instigation or plays out as a provocation. But Khalab is a term, like I say, ke हमारे रग रग में है in Bengal, because I think it plays a huge role. It is very instrumental when it comes to the the victory the huge mandate that we got. That people could associate with Khala Hobe so much because it could tap a spirit, which is the spirit of Bengal.
I'm sure you never thought that Kala Hobe might have, brought you in trouble. I mean, have you ever thought of in your dreams?
No, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. I mean, today, if you say Khala Hobe, what could be the consequence? I mean, when we said Khala Hobe during our assemblies, elections, and we used to get a lot of positive feedback through that. So it's a very happy term. It's a very positive term. And we usually say
Sportsman
things like,
spirit term.
हाँ, it is when we say things like उन्नयনের খেলা হবে मतलब development का खेल होगा, प्यार से खेल होगा. We talk like that on those lines. But then this time what we saw after I said খেলা হবে, that was something that was quite a thing to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely. That you never expected. And there I'll ask you a question, Shiny, that you have been for the last 4 months, you have been going to Tripura quite a number of times. You had the first patch with in the hotel there itself. What do you think? Couple of hours are left. What is going to happen today after the Supreme Court order? A lot of today, a lot of police, a lot of paramilitary forces are there. Police is assured. What do you think? What's going to happen? People will come out for vote?
They should. They should. But let me tell you one thing. For all the people who have been to Tripura of late, including our deputation from Kolkata, from West Bengal, our ministers, our star campaigners, our workers, a little bit of them, and the people who are there in Agartala. It is a grave situation. And it is what should I say? This is a violation of, law and order. It is so bad. And this is not something new. It has been going on for quite some time now. Like when I went for the first time in Tripura, which was 3 months back, I had gone 3 months back, they would, cut the supply of electricity in a 5-star. I mean, who does that? Like I'm sitting in my room and suddenly because they didn't want us to kind of stay there for a very long time, and they would just intimidate us. So the hotel people would come and say, ma'am, there is no food in the restaurant. Even if there is a food in the restaurant, we used to sit and talk. They would say, ma'am, please don't have any political discussion in the restaurant. I mean, we had to face... Yes. And forget all that. Those things are very little as compared to what our TMC workers out there in Tripura and Agartala had to face. brutally being beaten, bashing up left, right, and center. And without the police just being a mere spectator and not intervening. Even in the videos that you are playing, you will see that there are people who are coming wearing helmets and they have their face covered. They're coming with iron rods, with sticks, and with bricks, and they're violently attacking. And the police is shooing them away instead of catching them. I mean, who does that? What kind of a system is that? You catch people, you don't shoo them away. So police there, we understand it is uh, state police, so it is difficult for them. Um, but then, yeah, people are having to bear the consequences. The people of Agartala, the workers of TMC are the people of Agartala, of Tripura. Um, they are the one at stake totally. So this time we are very concerned because we have faced it ourselves, and this was probably the most violent attack that we had to face. And we would like to thank Honorable Supreme Court, and I just hope that people come out and vote, because if there is free and fair elections this time, I think that would be the beginning of BJP's end.
Shani, when you started off your career, you are an actress, and then a tweet, and then troll. There, how everything started. Your experience that point of time when you were trolled for that tweet, and and now, what
See, I
was the
can tell you that
experience?
I can tell you that I'm quite seasoned. I'm quite seasoned. I can say that in 9 months, because trolling is something that an actor anyway has to face. I mean, forget me. They don't even spare Virat Kohli. They don't spare Amir Khan. They don't spare Shah Rukh Khan. I mean, they don't spare anybody for that matter. So I got used to that way back, right? But yeah, when you are in politics, and it adds another layer, so it goes even dirty. People start attacking you like on a very personal level, because now they have an opinion of you, which is a public opinion to some sorts, and they think that it is quite okay for them to hurl abuse, and it is okay to troll you. So that is all right. It doesn't really matter, because I
So
don't
that time also
concentrate.
you got certain dhamkis threatening, and
Yeah,
this
yeah,
time
yeah.
also. So what's the difference,
No, this time it
or
was
is the
I was
same?
in. See, last time it was like I got dhamkis, I got threats, but Bengal is a different scenario. The people in Bengal, we have to understand one thing, that the last time that I got those threats, those were also from BJP, the supporters of BJP, the netas of BJP. But because Mamta Banerjee was still there, and you know how protective we are of our women in Bengal, and she was the first one. She didn't even know me properly. She was the first one to come out and say that, okay, I'm going to protect this girl. So that is the difference. But this time I was in a BJP ruled state. They, I can tell you that the very night that I was being interrogated, and I was in the police station, the second attack, they had come with the total intention to kill. The police had to shift me somewhere else for security reasons. I mean, in front of the police. So this was really bad. This was really bad, and our lives were at stake. Had they got a chance, had there was no intervention, I don't think I would be sitting and doing this live with you today.
Yeah, obviously that point of time, the day when you came out, and obviously at the end of the day, till now it's 9 months you are in politics. Before that, I mean, celebrity comes, takes a Rajya Sabha seat, or celebrity comes, wins or loses, and then they don't work. That's how it goes. But you have been given a very important responsibility in your party, youth president, the play, the chair where Abhishek Banerjee used to sit.
Right.
So from there till today, when you are going and working there, with all your experiences, do you and obviously that night, will you ever forget that night?
No, nobody would forget that. Nobody should forget that. And I should remember it more, because it helps me, move ahead and conquer my fears, maybe. So, as if you don't look fear in the eye, then you cannot walk past it. So this time when this happened, this was an experience, something that I've shot for in a film. If I go by a shooting, I've done scenes of this sort. But this was a real life. It was not a real life experience. This was a real life experience, and this is something that I'm going to remember, no matter wherever I go, no matter whatever I do in life, but this incident or this accident or whatever, it's going to be a memory for quite some time.
Will you again go to Tripura and campaign and fight for the
Of
2023
course.
election?
Why not? Of course. Of course. We are not going to budge an inch. We are the true soldiers of Mamata Banerjee. And we do things with our heart. And it is not, and see, there are people, and the people of Tripura, they need Trinamool Congress to come and be the voice for them, be their voice. We have had interactions with several people from civil society, from government employees to students to youth, men, women, different class, different religion, different language, all of them. And they are just so tired of this Biplab Dev government and they just want us. So that's why I keep on insisting, for that matter, all of us, that if there is a free and fair election, the people of Tripura are going to give their mandate, which is very clear. And that's why we have to continue with our fight.
So last 4 months, you all have given your hard work. Abhishek Banerjee has gone a couple of times. What is going to happen today? What do you feel that how will Trinamool perform and how will the voting take place? Will there be any violence? What is Trinamool Congress apprehending? What is your apprehension?
Given that Tripura has a chief minister who thinks that he is above law and order, anything can go wrong. I mean, previously we have seen that there were previous orders from the court and they were violated with, with attacks of these sort, Jan Leva, like we say. Yeah, so what we are concerned about is the safety of our candidates, is the safety of the voters in the first place. Elections आएंगे, election चले जाएंगे, लेकिन इंसान बचेंगे तब जाके सब कुछ होगा. So I would just earnestly request the BJP government, the government in power, to let the elections happen peacefully, because the whole nation is watching, and the whole world is criticizing them. This is not a way the government should work. This is not a way a political party should work. So, and
But
if
BJP, on the other hand, Shiny is saying that you all have been going there, giving bharkao bhashans, inciting people, trying to create
why
riots.
why
You all
why
are
don't you
outsiders.
why don't you show us few clips of us? What is Bharkao Bhashan? We have BJP MLAs sitting next to the CM, outright saying that you should go and beat the Trinamulis like Taliban. They are saying things like, if you see them, just go and hit them. And it is happening in the presence of the chief minister in an open forum. So there is no action being taken. If you can show that one Trinamool person has gone and hit the BJP, I'll rest my case. But there is no evidence. There's no evidence. The cases that the cases that the charges that were slapped on me, I mean, fat brains. I mean, I
They came
don't
up
know
with
what.
some hit and run case also.
A hit and run case, attempt to murder. They said that I was on top of my vehicle hurling stones at them. I mean, you need some brains as well to say things like that. I mean, I'm a worker, I'm a public figure. There must be some difference between a goon and a public figure. I can't be doing that. I mean, hit and run, they couldn't produce. If you go through all the interviews and if you go through all the explanations by the administration, you will see they are so confused. They don't know what to say. There is no witness, there is no evidence, there is no victim, there is nothing. It's just a way to harass. And they think that Trinamool Congress is going to get scared, because Trinamool Congress is perhaps the only party which is fighting against the BJP. There is no CPIM, there is no Congress. So obviously it's going to be tough. But then, like I told you, we are going to, take it head on. We are willing to do that.
Agnimitra Paul tweets that you all have been given lesson in Tripura. How do you react to that?
For the people to say. I mean, like you said, that we are inciting, we are provoking. So if Madam thinks that we are taught a good lesson, so I think the results will speak for us. We don't believe in teaching lessons through violence. We believe in
And also,
teaching
there's been
lessons
a
through.
case slapped on the OSD of Viplav Dev. He has been summoned. So it's the other. Do you think that it's like a tit for tat thing happening?
See, I would not
Something from
comment on
Punjab
that,
police
because
has
this is,
summoned.
I don't know. It's like it could just be a display of something. It can not be serious as well. I mean, because the Supreme Court is intervening, because national media is watching, because Mr. Deb is being criticized, they have to do something at least.
No, it's
So
now a case which has been registered by Kolkata police, and Kolkata police has
yeah,
summoned the OSD of Biplab Dev. Do you think that it is the tit for
I
tat
think I know.
politics
I
going?
would not say it's a tit for a tat, because it's not such a light situation. Like it's a tit for a tat. It is not like that. But if Kolkata police has gone and done that, I think that's fair, and that's absolutely all right. And it's karma. Whatever you do, it comes back to you. So I guess that's okay.
And another question, two important question which I have, that 2023 is your target. Tomorrow is the election, which is civic polls. You have 51 seats and then 69 seats outside Agartala Corporation. Where is Trinamool Congress? Where will Trinamool Congress go from civic polls? And Kunal Ghosh was saying that it's your moral victory. Do you think so? And will you fight it out the way you are fighting? That means we'll see everyday confrontation in Tripura in
Like I
2023?
told you, Kunalda is absolutely right. It's about moral victory this time. Given that our workers, the voters, are intimidated to the extent that they fear stepping out of their house. Yeah, so this time, if we don't fare well, you must know what happened, what prevailed. But 2023, I tell you, ma'am, and it is a challenge to the BJP government. We are going by the vibes of the people of Tripura, and Trinamool Congress is going to form the government in 2023.
And exact another question that comes, the last question that comes, Shiny, is it's a deja vu. You know, it was Bengal election. It was violence videos, which violence videos, maybe some of them, as alleged by you all, that fake videos BJP used to use. So, do you think that the same thing? You know, the actors have changed. The table has turned. It's the same thing happening there too. They are saying you all are outsiders. You are saying that violence is taking place. Is it that also which is happening? The same thing,
Uh,
the tables have turned.
as far as the videos that you spoke about, it's not about we alleging. It came out in the open that most of the videos that they posted, they were fake videos. They didn't even belong to Bengal. We had the Human Rights Commission. I think it's only reserved for Bengal. It is not seen anywhere else for any other state, for BJP ruled states. And this time, what is happening for Bengal violence, nobody spoke for that because nothing happened. It was only BJP who kind of claimed and condemned, and they were the one to shout about it. But this time, the entire Tripura, the entire Bengal, the entire nation is watching very closely, and they have seen what is happening. So it is for the people to decide. They are seeing the truth. It's out in the open. So if they think and about democracy, I mean, for people who stay in West Bengal, they would be able to speak better. I belong to a party, so I better not say things on that. But Tripura is in the administration of Mr. Biplab Deb. I think every person staying in Tripura, it is Gunda Raj, it is Jungle Raj, and it is the worst possible state of living that is possible.
And another last question, we've been talking so differently. We have been talking in various things. One last question comes up. Next time you go to Tripura, what do you say to police when you meet them? Number one. Number two is, what's your message for Biplab Dev from here?
To the police, I would say I would cooperate with them because the case is sub judice right now, and they have all the right to interrogate me if they think that it's required, and I'm a very law-abiding citizen that way. So I'm going to cooperate, and I'm going to give them whatever answers they require. Although I think they're going to get bored because even they know that this case doesn't stand anywhere. So I'm just going to do my job. I thank the honorable court for granting me the bail and letting me come back because even they understood that I was not safe there. If I was being attacked under the observation of the police while being in the police station, and there are goons coming and attacking the police station. So the safety was a big concern for everybody out there. And for Mr. Biplab Deb, I don't know, I would just say Khala hobe, maybe.
So here, with that Kala Hobe notes, whether it's Kala Hobe in the sportsman spirit, whether the Kala Hobe is in some different spirit, Kala Hobe is there, and that's
Kala
how
is the only. It's no different spirit. Kala hobe is Kala hobe. You can take it however you want.
That's what Trinamool Congress feels, that Kala Hobe, and Kala Hobe is a very, it's a connotation used in Bengal every time. So here, Shayoni, thank you for joining us. And with you have gone through hardships, but thank you for joining us and giving us all the perspective of Kala Hobe. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you
We'll
so
again,
much. Thanks.
see you in another live. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Take care.